Oh boy, is it Halloween already? This time of year brings back the sweetest memories from my youth. I remember dressing up in my homemade Jaws costumes my mother would make without the use of a pattern. I mean, it was difficult to walk in, but I looked great. Store-bought costumes are so unoriginal. Back in my day, we had the greatest Halloween festivities in the neighborhood, and I was lucky enough to live across the street from the greatest playground in the world. At least I thought it was the greatest playground in the world, as I've never seen anything like it since. And believe you me, I've been around. And this little slice of heaven existed in, of all places, the southwest side of Chicago. We had all the best playground equipment. We had 2 gigantic sets of swing sets. Not those little rubber ones that they put in for safety, but the kind with the solid wooden seats that you could stand up on and do tricks. We also had giant wooden teeter-totters. Those were the best. You would take a heavy kid and a light kid and put one at each end. And when the heavier kid got on, the lighter kid would go flying up to the sky like a rocket. I was the lighter kid in those days. Not so much now. I'm having trouble getting anyone to go on a teeter-totter with me. We also had one of those tall metal slides. You know the kind that would set fire to your ass on a long, hot day. Oh yeah, we used to go up there in our shorty shorts and burn our asses on the way down. But I'll tell you what, going up was a lot scarier than going down. We had monkey bars of all shapes and sizes. And we also had 2 sandboxes. But at some point, they had to close the sandboxes because some kid kept pooping in there. Gross. But my favorite thing of all was the fire flyers. Now, what is a fire flyer, you may ask? Not many people notice. Probably almost no people notice. A fire flyer is a pole with a metal ring on the top, sort of like a maypole. It had 4 rope ladders with wooden handles. So what we would do, we would grab onto those wooden handles, run in a circle, and fly like birds. I am not sure as to how many children may have been injured during this ride because I was only 5. But I do know those are some of the best memories of my whole life. Now, during the Halloween season, things got particularly interesting in my little neighborhood. We had this field house across the street, and we would go there and create our own lanterns. We were given 4 sheets of white waxy paper, and there'd be a box of broken Crayolas in the middle of the table for everyone to use. We would make 4 pictures, and then we would put together our lanterns, and they would give us a real live candle with an open flame and everything, and we'd plop that right in the center of our lanterns. And then we would parade around the neighborhood in a single file. It was magical. Now, when we would trick or treat, there was this one house that everyone told us not to go to because they all said it was haunted. So, of course, we went there. We approached that dark and shadowy doorway. And when we got to the top, there was no doorbell, just an old style knocker with a gargoyle face on it. We mustered up the courage to tap on the door lightly, and suddenly there was this old woman there. She was dressed all in black with long, greasy gray hair and a big old warty nose. She addressed us in a very annoyed tone. She said, "What do you kids want? Take your treats and get lost," and handed each of us a big red shiny apple. As we grabbed the apples and scattered away, she yelled out behind us, "You better not step on my lawn." Well, we never ate those apples. At least most of us didn't. There was this one friend. Okay, friend may be a strong word. She was like the one weird girl in the neighborhood who had no friends. So we let her tag along with us to be nice. Well, she was rumored to have eaten the apple and been poisoned. Now, she was dressed as Snow White at the time, so I chalked it up to kids telling tales. I was pretty mature at that time, but the following week, her family abruptly left town, never to be seen or heard from again. So, who can really know for sure what happened that day? The good old days. Kids these days will never know what those times were like. The world has changed so much. Where the hell is the time gone? Well, sounds like I have some trick-or-treaters. Don't want to keep the children waiting. Ta-ta!